Okay, André, welcome to Stay Home Music Festival.
Thank you. Thank you,
It's
Julia.
great to have you. And first of all, can you tell us who you are, and where you're from?
Okay. My name is André Sampaio. I am a Brazilian guitarist. I'm a guitar player, a composer, a singer, a musical producer also. And I'm right now at Lab Mandinga, which is my home studio, which my studio. You can see that a
Oh, yeah.
little. It's a sunny day outside. I'm at Rio de Janeiro, Brazil right now. And my music is with all these researches between African and Brazilian music with some dub, reggae, Afrobeat
Okay.
accents.
Yeah, so you explore a bit of the different musics of the world.
Yeah, of course. As a Brazilian, we have a lot of influence, and like we are in 21st century, so we have a lot of mix and these kind of things that globalization, good things that globalization brings to us.
Yeah.
But I had some trips in the last years to Mali, Burkina Faso, and Mozambique, and make these connections with the Brazilian and the Afro-Brazilian music of capoeira, candomblé, and these rhythms. And through the guitar, I make these links and these crossovers and this mix of cultures and interchange of different views of world. So I played during 15 years. I played in a very known reggae band from Brazil that's called Ponto de Equilíbrio,
Mm-hmm.
and we founded that in Vila Isabel. That's a neighborhood of samba and a lot of Black and Afro-Brazilian culture. So we grew up into that, and we bring that into the guitar. I bring that a lot between the guitar of Brazil and Africa together.
Okay, very interesting. I like the sound of that. Sounds very human and very danceable as well.
Yes,
You mentioned the guitar. I guess you play the
yes.
guitar. Is that the only instrument that you're gonna play for us, or are you gonna explore with more?
My concerts normally is very based on guitar. I use the electric and the acoustic guitar to make these fusions,
Mm-hmm.
this world music fusion, and I take a lot of this language from the berimbau, which the musical bowl, one of these ones,
Oh yeah.
one of these instruments right there, and also the ngoni and some other instruments. To the live set, I've been working into the electric guitar, the acoustic guitar, and some of these musical bowls. Probably the berimbau will be on the set, and sometimes I improvise with some things different. But for sure, I use the guitar to spread and to make this to bring these different instruments into one more modern dub and Afrobeat language.
Okay, nice. And now that we've talked a bit about the style of music that you make, I want to ask
Mhm.
you what kind of message or feeling do you want to, I don't know if you think of this before you play or before you make your
Yes.
music, but what do you want to transmit to the people listening to you? Do you have a special, yeah, like vibe or something?
Yeah, for sure. As I've been grown in a middle class poor neighborhood. We come with a lot of struggle, and we grew up I'm from the 80s, and we grew up as an artist with Lula and the left parties government who watched a lot to the poor and the lower middle class people. So when we started to make music like reggae, Afrobeat, this music has a lot of politics and criticism. Like we look to the issues that the society brings to us. And right now, from 2015, 16 to now, Brazil had come back a lot of steps, with this extreme right and the cut of labor's rights, and we with our music, with my music, we couldn't talk about that. And this my message is to make different, to try to make different people from different cultures to be more close to each other, to approach different ways of view and ways of living, but to see what we have in common. So my music and my message has a lot to do with self-esteem, to the self-esteem of the oppressed, and also to question some of these values that are wrong in the world. This equality, and now in Brazil we suffer a lot of lack of information, of manipulation of information, and we, as I'm into capoeira, candomblé, and all these Afro-Brazilian traditions, I grew up in that, and I'm initiated on that. And a lot of these people is right now the target of this genocide politics, and also the target of this virus, because they don't have the minimum the minimum assistance of the public government. So
Yeah.
right now, our music, our message has this mission of getting people to know what's going on, and also to alert our people to be more awakened, because the time is hurrying, and I think we as an artist has a great responsibility on that.
Okay, that's a lot more than I expected. There is very, very important work. It's important to use the arts not only as pleasure sometimes, I guess, and as an entertainment, but also as well, you're calling for a message. I don't know, I was thinking of messages of union.
Yes.
And yeah, and like rebellion a bit, I guess, like to not
Yeah,
stay.
of course, because Afrobeat reggae is was born into this kind of feeling.
Yeah.
And right now we have all these issues, but I think they are more serious and more our time uh, asks too much of us as artists. And for me, when I couldn't go to Mali, Burkina Faso, or be a Brazilian from Vila Isabel, and don't see that, only use the rhythms and the culture, but not live with that, and not see the people who make these traditions alive, and who are suffering like right now.
Yeah.
My people from Mali, my people from Burkina, my people from Vila Isabel, from Nova Iguaçu, that's one poor neighborhood here in Rio also. They are with lack of assistance, and they are uh, the most of all the people who are going to suffer this epidemic, this pandemic. So we have to look upon these people, we as an artist, and even that right now the art make me in a more safe place, if we can say that, because through art we develop our independence, and we everything. But these people are my family, so we have to bring this to the audience. I think it's very important. Don't dissociate the two things.
I love that phrase that you said, through art we make our independence. It's a very nice quote.
Thank
Yeah.
you. It's a true. It's a
Yeah,
very
completely. Very, very good. Okay, well, makes me even more glad to have you, to know that there's such an important labor and message behind your music. So
Thank you.
I'm very curious and very looking forward to what that sounds like now that I know what's behind it. And yeah, I want to ask you if there's anything else that you want to say here today. Maybe, I don't know. I mean, for me, it's very clear what you want, and you seem like a kind of person that really goes for what you think it's important.
Yes, of
And
course.
that's great.
Thank
Yeah, I
you.
don't know if there's anything else you want to say.
Yeah, I would like to be very thankful of this moment we can share this. I think we artists from the world right now on Europe, on United States, or in Asia, or in Brazil, or in Africa, we have to be linked. And my music was born into that.
Yeah.
I met people, I travel, and right now with all this catastrophic situation we live in the world, I think more than ever we are going to be needed. Our language, our communication, and we as artists, we are the main the vanguard of that. We have to be the first to make this communication for people who are with no hope, with and yesterday I made my anniversary. It was my birthday.
Oh, happy
And
birthday.
thank you. And for me, it's very important to start the week with the sunny day, with some hope message. Everything's very critical, but we have to be positive and with consciousness. So
Yeah.
my message is that, and it will be very, very good to me to be at the Stay Home Festival and connecting with all of you and make good music with consciousness and with positive vibes. That's it.
Yeah. So let's stay hopeful, but with consciousness. And yeah, let's hope that we reach a lot of people that didn't maybe expect it. I don't know. I'm hoping with your participation we will reach even a wider audience than usual, because maybe they need it most right now. So
We are
okay.
going to make some good promotion here also. We have people who accompany us into the media, the all that. So I think will be the platforms will be with us, and the people who come, I think will all of us will get a very good moment together. So that's the message.
Yeah, I hope so. Okay, I think that's a nice message to leave it at.
Cool.
So thank you very much for joining us and for being here today. And yeah, I'll look forward to your music on Saturday, right?
Yeah, Saturday.
The 2nd of May.
The second, yes, we'll be together. Thank you,
Yeah.
Julia. Thank you for this good conversation.
Yeah,
And
thank
hope
you. It was truly
we are
very
together.
interesting to me.
Cool.
Bye.
Thank you. Ciao. Bye.